like real basketball? I was like, oh.
All right. Here we go. How's it going, Beaver Nation? I hope everybody's had a great Friday. I hear there was lots of action happening all around the building today. Here's our superstar assistant principal, Mrs. Sample. How's it going, Mrs. Sample?
Hi, Mr. Hamilton. I am wearing my word teamwork, but it's definitely taking a team to hold Beaver Nation afloat today. So thank you to all of my helping hands out there today. Go team.
All right. Listen, I was really excited about that Beaver bump that my Samples Examples team helped put together with their pictures from a variety of things of us all working together. Just like what Mrs. Samples said, we're dressing up together as Beaver Nation all week long for Reading Week. Kids were helping kids. You saw our specialists pushing their small groups forward and making them stronger, and how everyone is contributing to the success of the Read Around Riverside Day. So we're really excited about that, and excited to go to Mrs. Markoff and Miss Ravalski in the gym. How's it go? Miss Ravalski, what you up to?
We are just waiting for Miss Berg's class to come down, and we are going to have an epic snowball fight.
Mr. Hamilton.
Fight? Yes.
Can I interrupt? This is Mrs. Sample. Sorry for the interruption. While we're waiting for Mrs. Berg's friends to come down, we want to make sure our kindergarten friends get back to the building for dismissal. So we're going to shift to the parade because we're ready to go for that.
That sounds great.
So let's get our parade started, and maybe Mrs. Berg's friends will be in place.
Is Mrs. Donnelly in command of the parade?
She is ready. So you can start sending it to her.
Where's Mrs. Donnelly? I don't see you. Where are you, Mrs. Donnelly?
Shh, I'm incognito. Don't blow my cover. They haven't seen me all day.
Okay, I won't. All
right, I'm ready. I'm at the beginning of the parade. Are you ready for us to start, Mr. Hamilton?
I'm ready.
All right.
He doesn't look like a kindergarten kid. Wave at the camera, guys. Wave at the camera. Wave at the camera. Look at all those great words. I like the marching. They're marching.
Mr. Hamilton, there you go.
Yeah. Keep moving, kiddos.
Mr. Hamilton, you gotta switch to Miss Markoff.
Hey guys. See you, dude. All right. Well, that was great, Mrs. Sample. We always like celebrating those words. You know, robust vocabulary word development is super important. That's going to help you get all your brain power. That's going to get you wherever you want to go in life. So as you learn an interesting word, don't forget it.
Alrighty, I think Mrs. Berg's friends are finally in place. We're gonna throw it to Mrs. Ravosky.
We're ready, but I'll tell you, it's a little outnumbered in here.
You guys got this. Go get them. Oh, the teachers are outnumbered. I think they're definitely winning. I think we got whooped, Mrs. Sample.
Mr. Hamilton, they were trying to get me in there. I don't think I got many, but they were trying to get me, and now I'm out of breath.
Why did you try to get Mrs. Sample? She's the nicest one there. Oh, I'm glad everybody had a great time, and we really appreciate everybody's participation and fun for that event. So nice job, our cafeteria stars. Well done. Let's see, what's next on the agenda? We got our vocabulary plate. Oh, we made a little our samples examples team, Mrs. Sample, also got some video footage of that Read Around Riverside, since we're kind of celebrating the end of the Read Around Riverside today. So we are going to go ahead and show that to you now. All right, so here we go. Yeah, Read Around Riverside. Let me put that up for you. There we go. Nice. Nice job. Samples, examples. And I want to really thank Mrs. Ravalski and Miss Lewis, our instructional coach, who really helped put that whole event together. And you'll notice all of the people that had to come together and make that work. And that's a great example of Beaver Nation always working together and better together. We'll talk more about that right at the end of this show. All right, let's see what's up next. Mrs. Sample, I'm looking.
Mrs. Donnelly is going to give us some family engagement updates.
We haven't seen Mrs. Donnelly. I don't know what happened to her.
I don't know either, but I do have some updates. First of all, next week, we have actually a lot of events coming up. So listen up. Next week, we have our special Leader in Need breakfast event. That link to sign up did close, but if your family missed that link, they can send me an email. I am keeping a wait list, so if people cancel, we'll be sure to include more. So if you did miss the deadline, just have your mom or someone at home, a guardian, a parent, send me an email, okay? We also have a first grade event coming up. So for first grade families, you could get, if you're a first grade student, a bag full of books and other fun games and materials and resources to help you grow as a reader. So that link actually closes on Monday. So if you have not signed up for that yet, remind your parents to this weekend. It closes Monday. Last, and I just shared this today, so this is breaking news. The PTA is hosting another virtual event. It will be on Tuesday, February 7th on Teams, and they'll be making kindness cards, and you're going to get to, or they're going to deliver the cards to local hospitals, nursing homes, and other local businesses. All right, so if your parent signs you up, and I put that link up there today, then you will get sent home with a kit of materials so that you'll have everything you need at home to create the cards. And you'll bring the cards back in and they will help you to deliver them to some people to help cheer them up as kind of like a Valentine's Day activity. So 3 things coming up. We're going to keep you guys busy here this month and next month.
All right. Well, thank you, Mrs. Donnelly, for that update. We are we're always full of action here at Riverside for sure. So thank you for that rundown. I want to share, as we're wrapping up today, I'd like to share just a picture that I feel really captures the spirit of what's been going on here. And it's this one. So kiddos, take a look at this. This is a 5th grade indoor recess activity. It was been raining, as you know. And I think it's a great example of a Leader in Me habit number 6, synergy. This is another way of saying that we're better together than we are alone. Take a look at this puzzle put together by several 5th graders. And I want you to just think about for a second. Remember, when we're thinking, we're always thinking about like this. We're doing this, right? We're stroking our goatee. We're scratching our heads. We're thinking. So I want to see everybody thinking. That's right. What do you think these 5th graders had to do to get this done? What do you think these 5th graders had to solve? What do you think these 5th graders had to put up with to get this done? How many things could have gone wrong trying to put this puzzle together with a bunch of 5th graders working on this puzzle? Think about that for a second. Miss Sample, what could easily happen if we're trying to do a puzzle with a bunch of kids?
Well, if they were like my siblings, we would be fighting over who would get to do the edges, you know? Because once you get those edges set up, it seems to make the puzzle go a whole lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Ravalski, what else could have gone wrong if they were trying to put this puzzle together?
They might have trouble sharing the pieces.
Yeah. There's a lot of opportunities for problems. And there is always lots of opportunities for problems whenever we're working together. But if we don't do it, and if we can get past those problems and say, pass the piece, try something and realize that we were wrong and we failed, and to try it at a different spot and to listen to our friend for help, we can get past all of those problems, because they did, I'm sure, have arguments. I'm sure at some point somebody grabbed the same piece somebody else wanted to get, right? I am positive that that occurred, because that's what life is. It's normal for things like that to happen. But instead, conflict happens, and then we find a solution, because together we are better, and we're not going to get it done unless we do it together. That's the power of synergy. And as we're wrapping up today, I have a little video here I want to show you, because it's a very robust vocabulary word. So I'd like you to see it. Hopefully I'm going to get this up there so you can see it again. And just take a listen to this short little video.
Did you know that if goose fly in a V formation, they can fly 71% farther than if each goose were to fly alone? When the leader gets tired, he will fall back in formation and regenerate, while another goose will take the lead position. If you see one formation in the sky, you can hear the goose honk when they fly over you in formation. What you hear are the goose in the back of the formation encouraging the leader. And if one goose gets tired and falls out of the formation, the whole flock will stop and help. That is synergy. Synergy happens when 2 plus 2 equals 22, or 100, or 1 million. You name it. Yeah, I know, mathematically this isn't possible, but human-wise it is. Synergy means that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Just think of two persons wandering through one of these huge cornfields where the corn grew so high that you cannot see anything, and none of them is tall enough to look over the corn and locate the exit. On their own, no one can get out. But if one guy lifts up the other, he can see the next exit and both can get out. Another example would be if the government keeps on.
All right. That is synergy. And we had another moment of synergy this week that our Samples Examples team caught, because thanks to Mrs. Collins' 4th grade class. Mrs. Collins wanted to do something because Mr. Wes Moore is our new governor, first African-American governor in Maryland, and celebrating MLK and the spirit of service and trying to make the world a better place. Ms. Collins had the idea to help out our custodial staff and the beautification of our school by tackling those terrible leaves that have been haunting us ever since fall. Oh, these leaves are just terrible. And you know it, they all come in. We come in from recess and there's leaves everywhere at the doors. It's crazy. Well, Ms. Collins had an idea to tackle that. And we're going to end today talking about synergy. So let me make sure I got my last notes here. I wanted you all to know that, you know, there's got to be disagreements, but what we see in Beaver Nation is all of us working and thinking and trying and failing and continuing to build a wonderful picture, just like that puzzle of where we're going together. And we're better together than we are alone. So we're going to sign off with Miss Collins's wonderful class doing their service learning.
Our class decided to do community service by raking up the leaves back here, but continuously coming to.
There we go.
Our class decided to do a community service by raking up the leaves back here, but continuously coming to our school and make a mess.
Wait, they're also jumping the leaves? Somebody look.
Nancy and Mr. Mike say that because of this tree, if you look over there,
Oh,
it's
that tree.
constantly bringing in leaves into the highway.
Yeah,
Especially when kids come back from free play.
yeah.
So we decided to help them out by raking and bagging leaves.
Yeah. Great. Good job. I'm proud of you. Yeah.
Yeah. You see how motivated they are and how positive they are.
Yeah. does it feel working?
Great.
Do you enjoy it?
Yes.
Is this fun for y'all?
Yeah.
Okay, were you excited when your teacher said that you would be doing it?
Kinda.
Kinda? Okay. Have fun.
It's fun.
Like, do you feel good about your work?
Yeah. I feel like we're actually doing something.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotta go.
Everybody have a great weekend.